welcome to another episode of Just Us Dads. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Dadversation. Head on over to justusdads.ca. Follow us on all the social media platforms on YouTube and on Facebook. We've got blogs. We've got a whole set of things up there for you guys. Your enjoyment. Music brought to you by DJ Cat. What the fuck? Oh man, what's going on, guys?
I told you guys I have a video idea for that.
Christmas dancing, I felt like doing it.
I have a video idea for that.
Yeah. Just by the way, the people listening and watching, there's a lot of stuff that's in the books. We're just waiting to be able to see each other a little bit more, and more videos coming your way. And we're probably going to be picking up the pace as well on that. And there's some new things also in store. So turn on your notifications so you can follow us, so you can be aware of everything that comes out. Yeah, a lot of videos. It's just time now. We just have to find the time to produce everything. What's going on, guys?
I'm sure they're sick of hearing about it.
You know what happened to me is I was going to tell you this off air, but I think I'm going to do it now.
Brave.
It was one of those instances.
Just think of your custody battle right before you start. Our recurring theme over here.
I'm still thinking about if what I did was mean. Even today, yesterday morning, I went to the old port. I was meeting up with someone, and we were supposed to meet at the Plage Quartier, where all the terraces are and everything.
Is that your secret place?
We're picking up a coffee and we're gonna walk.
What's her name, George?
No, it's not good. It's a guy. Anyway, so. It's always tricky at the old port. I got to the main street there, de la Commune, and I always get confused where you can park and where you can't. So I'm just looking at the signs, no parking zones, whatever. And then at some point, I see a sign where it says like 2 hours you're allowed. So I'm like, oh, perfect. So I pull up, and the car in front of me, I see the guy. He's outside in front of his car, and I can't clear the sign. Like I'm halfway there. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's leaving. I'm just gonna wait. Then And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and he's fidgeting with something on the passenger door. I'm not sure what the hell he's doing. Like I see him, moving things. The driver's door is open. I'm like, is he coming? Is he leaving? What's going on? Finally, he closes the passenger door, and as he comes around, I kind of open my window. I'm like, are you staying? Are you leaving? He goes, no, man, I'm staying. I'm like, oh, okay. Do you mind just driving a little bit in front? Give me some space so I can clear the sign. And this guy, he's like this big guy, pink hoodie, tattoos on the neck. He has like his coffee, and he pulls one of these. Like, he looks at the parking sign. He looks at me. Bro, you waited for me to lock my car before. Now I have to unlock it so I can get back in. And I just didn't know what the hell to do with that. I was like, who thinks like that, dude? Either you say yes or you say no.
Well, it's probably difficult for him to get in and out of the car if he's not out of shape. How small is the car?
Man, just tell me no, or I don't know. So anyway, so he gets back in his car. He moves forward. He comes back out. He goes back to the passenger side. I guess there's a problem with his lock. As soon as he drives to go up, and then he can't close it with his little thing there, whatever. So he's fidgeting. So I move my car, and then as I look up, I realize that I'm parked so far from where I'm supposed to be. Like I had parked really west of St. Lawrence, like close to the Pointe de la Carrière museum there. And I'm like, shit, I'm so far. What the hell am I doing parking here? So I back up and I leave.
No, George, let me just say this. Let me just say this. In some neighborhoods, you get shot for that.
You get shot for less.
Right.
At the old port, you should get at least spit on for that.
Yeah.
Spit on you or on your car.
But I only later did I realize, oh, gee, I think I just screwed that guy over. I made the guy go back to his car. And then, but at the moment, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here, man? I'm so far. I'm like, oh, no, this is not where I'm supposed to be. First, while the guy's still there trying to refix his door.
No way, man.
I felt, but I don't know, man. I mean, look.
He deserved, you know what? He was decent. To go back in his car and do that for you. You know what? He deserved an explanation. Like, look, I'm really sorry I made you do that, but I'm parked really far and I just noticed. I gotta go.
I did.
He deserved at least that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Yeah, but that guy looked like he was gonna pull out a gun and stuff. Like he looked like one of those big mean guys.
Guys who pull out guns, guys who pull out guns don't get back in the car to move it for you so you can clear the sun.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but that would be a risk you'd have to take at that point.
Yeah, he's earned the explanation. That's for sure.
But it was also his fucking attitude, man. He's like, "Well, bro, you could have told me all this time, and now that I locked my door, I gotta open it to go back in." Yeah, dude, that's how it works. To get in your car, you gotta unlock it and go back in. If you want, if you don't want, I'm gonna go fuck myself. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know, but if that guy was the wrong guy, it's very possible that in about a week your car's in China if you took your license plate. It's very possible.
Is George in the trunk though? That's the question. Fuck the car.
Like the car's gone from inside the garage. We don't notice anything. Somehow the door opened.
And the keys are in the bowl.
Yeah, in the bowl. Oh man, yeah. A lot of people were out though. There was a lot of people.
A lot of traffic.
It kind of felt good to see humans again. like it was like this mixed emotion. It was like, why are all these people out? First of all. I
was excited, man. For me, it was excitement. It was like I was excited. I was happy for people. Like I would see people I didn't know who they were, and I'm like, I'm happy for that guy. Like, look how happy that guy is.
Like the other half of it was like, oh man, it feels good. There's life, life, quote unquote, because Montreal is emptier than it ever has. But compared to what we're used to in the last year, I mean, there were people walking around everywhere, waiting in line.
Traffic. There was 2-hour traffic.
A new hope.
Yeah.
It felt good, man. I don't know if it was just the old port or if it's like this everywhere, but I don't know.
Springtime at the old port is always nice.
Yeah. I was kind of afraid as we were, because I met up a guy. We picked up a cup of coffee, and then we walked to sit. I don't know, like 2 meters away. We went to find a bench where
it sounds like a date.
Yeah, it sounds like a date.
Like a secret one.
Yeah, secret. But the whole time in my mind, I was like, I hope as we're walking, I don't run into the other guy.
What
Hey, aren't you the guy? What are you talking about? Oh man, but I'm looking forward, man. Like there's life again, and as we're not gonna get started with all the projects that are happening here, guys. Today, you understand? We I don't know if your wives are like this, but my wife, she looks at things, and even though we don't need it, or we may need it eventually, and she gets it at a good price, or she sees it, we have to do. She went and she got those what are they called? Those parasol and umbrellas, those huge umbrellas, like 10-foot. What do you call it?
Umbrellas.
Yeah, the 10-foot umbrellas.
Those 10-foot umbrellas are called umbrellas.
Diameter. They have a 10-foot diameter, whatever. So I don't know how she finds these things. She's scrolling through this. She's like, oh, look, some guy is selling them at $120 each, with a base and everything. I'm like,
that's pretty cheap.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good price. I got to give it to her. But we're thinking now, next year, like next spring, to start doing some landscaping, fixing up the backyard a little bit, whatever. But we got the umbrellas now, and she's like, "Oh, look, they're in TMR. Let's go to TMR." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I understand." 10 minutes later, we're picking up 4. I'm like, "Why 4?" She goes, "Do your parents want one?" I'm getting one for my parents. We're getting 3 for our house.
No, they're a steal. That's a good price.
Yeah, but fuck, I have to go now. And she's like, okay, we're all going. I'm like, are the kids going to fit? Okay, we have to put the seats down. She goes, no, we'll make it fit. Don't worry. 4, bro. We picked up 4 umbrellas. So, yeah. And it's not the first, like she does that often. Like she sees stuff like that are like, quote unquote, a steal. And even though we don't have any immediate use for it, we have to jet. We got to go get it now. We need it now. We can't pass on the opportunity, the deal.
Yeah, look, we're the exact opposite, George. We need something, and we'll buy it in 2 years. But we need it. Like when it's an emergency, it's in 6 months.
Are you like, yeah, okay, let's think about it, and then you forget about it?
I'm like that about certain things.
For us, it's like I don't know, man. I don't have that eye for that detail. Joanna has the eye for the detail. Everything's about the detail and what it looks like, you know?
And we're like polar opposites because I only go out of the house to buy stuff when I need things. Like my pants rip, that's when I'm gonna go and buy. Like I don't even need like extra pairs. Like,
do you go in the pants that are torn?
Yeah, of course.
So you wear the torn one to the store to get a replacement.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do that, but I'll wait 6 months. But I'll do that exactly. But I'll wait 6 months.
So you're gonna live 6 months with the ripped jeans.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, it's fine. Guys, I have
ripped jeans to go for years.
Yeah, I have shirts that I've worn like 10 years ago, and I've stretched them. Like they've adapted, they've adjusted to my body. They know my body. It's like we're one.
It's like a glove.
Yeah, it's like a glove.
Yeah, so I only go out when I need something, and I do it because I know exactly what I need, so I go get it. You know, whether it's shoes, pants, whatever, shirts.
Actually, Alex too. She'll buy something for the future. It just she'll never get around to it, right? She'll get like a little shelf or a little box, and then it will eventually happen when the project happens.
Joanna is decorating a backyard she hasn't designed yet.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, there's still the potential of those 4 umbrellas being completely useless and having to get something else instead because the design different. One is going to my in-laws. So in her mind, we're gonna need 3 umbrellas. Now, where we're gonna position them and how, and that whole.
That's to be seen. That's to be seen.
So now you're committed to having to adapt your backyard to these 3 umbrellas.
We need it. We have to, guys.
The umbrellas are
these umbrellas. They decide everything now. If the umbrellas don't fit there, you can't make that. That's
it. But also,
they might even need to reposition the pool because of the umbrellas.
Because of the umbrella. Move the whole pool. The umbrellas don't go there properly.
We got to redo the whole deck.
You got to redo the whole deck with the umbrella, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can see what happened because we just redid the pool. So there was these landscaping guys that the insurance sent over so they can fix the grass because they had to dig and they ruined the grass. So the insurance, they told us, we'll send a company. They're going to take some measurements. And whenever the pool is done, they're going to come and redo your grass in those sections. So the other day we're thinking, look, let's just ask these guys. They do these kind of landscaping things just to ask them if they have any ideas of how to design our backyard, like she's thinking of couches and, tables and chairs. Like we want to make it kind of nice and comfortable to have people eventually.
No, you just get a magazine, man, or you go online. You go online.
But since the guys are going to come, I told her the guys are coming. Why don't we just ask them,
The guys that come to fix patches of grass do not design.
No. They're a couple that
yeah, but it's not those guys. It's trust me, it's not these guys.
Maybe you're right. So she's like, maybe we'll ask them. Yeah, you're right. Not 24 hours go by. We're getting umbrellas. Let's go. What happened to the other idea? In the last 24 hours, we went into looking at pergolas. Screw the pergolas. Let's get umbrellas. Forget the umbrellas. Let's go back to the pergolas. Where are we going to put the L couches? I want the table too. Maybe the umbrellas. If you think our balcony is too big, should we make it smaller?
What are those?
What?
Pergolas.
It's like those wooden structures. It's like a permanent structure, and it's like wood. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's for the sun.
It's like it's made for a roof, but there's no roof.
Yeah, it's like there's like a frame, and then you can, if you want, you can put like
beams, but there's no.
Yeah. It's a Greek word, pergoulia. It comes from the Greek.
And if you want, you can put like a cover on top. If you want like permanent shade, or you can just leave it like that. It looks cool.
It looks cool. They're cool.
Yeah. Chris, you have one, no? Is that what you have in the back of your house, or you have a?
No, we have an umbrella downstairs. My dad kind of has that, where he has his grapes. Yeah, it's vines.
It's called a vineyard. A vineyard. Sorry. Yeah,
a vineyard. But it's small because it's cute. It's like this big. That's what he has.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's like in my house, it's a sickness. End of April, beginning of May. I don't know what happens to my wife, man. It's like this full transformation. It's like she comes out of hibernation. She's ready. She's ready to go, yeah. We went to see some plaques again. Maybe in that corner we can pave it. I'm like, what?
I'm exhausted, bro. I'm exhausted. I can't do it.
I can stop talking.
I
You're
can't do
reminding
it.
me of all the stuff that I have to do that I'm procrastinating. Stop.
And it's like, but then it's like, do we do it? And I'm like, okay, look, okay, we'll pay
Tell her
that
there's
second.
a point where she has to stop doing.
No, there's guys. It does not stop until September. Like it goes all the way until the pool closes. When the pool closes, it means that we're going into the fall season, and that's when.
So when the pool closes, we give up on our ideas and we wait till
yeah, until next year. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a section that she wanted to pave, but then I'm like, but we're thinking of putting a fence around the pool. I'm like, would have to do it now before the fence, and it's oh my god, like I feel like we're constantly thinking, not her, me, because her it's like it's normal, she has fun doing this. It's like, oh, look at this and look at that, and it feels like I'm supposed to kind of, I don't know, interact with those ideas. I'm not so sure if they're just ideas or if she wants to do them. I don't know where she, like, I'm lost, honestly. Like the summer hasn't even started yet, and I'm completely.
What do you George? What do you want?
I don't care. I really don't care. I want my pool to be ready, and I want a barbecue because we don't have a barbecue. So for me, that's what it is. Our balcony has like rotten planks. We need to change them, and I'm not doing it because I don't know what she wants to do. Eventually we want a new deck. So it's been like that for 2 years now.
So you won't take an initiative. So she is. It's okay.
George, you got to do like my dad does, man. My dad goes and does everything, and then just tells her this. It's here. That's what it is. That's your new balcony from now on. This is the color I chose.
It was the cheapest material, so I bought it.
It ends there, man.
I sent you guys the picture. I'm walking in the backyard and I see the fucking tape measure again. That fucking tape measure, bro.
Oh, I love that tape measure. I love that tape measure.
It was across the fucking yard. I was like, what are you measuring? You know, how big the pergola is going to be or something. Oops, I left. I forgot to pick it up.
Oh, man.
Accidentally on purpose, huh?
No, it's not. It's not accidentally on purpose. It's really accidentally. Let me measure.
You weren't supposed to see it because you comment.
No. She was. This is what happened. She was measuring, and then another idea popped in her head. It's like, I got it.
It's a
got excited and went somewhere else.
Oh my god! Yeah. So the pool is ready, and this is the other picture I sent you guys. They just finished the pool. We're filling it up.
That's pretty funny.
Like my daughter, all excited. Can I go to the pool? I'm like, no, you can't go to the pool. It's not ready. Like, there's no water. She goes, no, but I want to. I'm like, there's no water in the pool.
But I want to. There's a reason. There's a good reason.
Let me go to the pool, and it's filling up now, right? So I'm like, it's not ready. But I want to. I'm like, yeah, but the water's cold. We're putting in like cold water. We're filling it up. Like it won't be ready until summer, you know. And then I just hear telling my wife, "Can we go to the pool?" Next thing I know, they're in bathing suits.
Yeah,
in fucking 2 inches of water, click, click, splashing away.
Bro, that's natural born sales skills, my friend, right there. You just don't take no for an answer.
Bro, it's nature, bro. You take the path of least resistance, bro.
No, but it was just like, look, I want to go. I want to go until I go. And she ended up going.
They found the path of least resistance, bro.
It's that simple.
Yeah, because my wife is like that. She's like, is it bad? Is anything wrong? Like, is anything bad going to happen? Are they going to have fun? And that's how she weighs things. Okay, let's go. Okay, 2 inches of water. Go to 2 inches of water. If it means you have fun,
bro, it's fine. It's fine. It's going to be a problem when you're going to need to call Miley Cyrus. What's her name? Miley Cyrus for the 16th birthday and a limousine. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. You start saying no with the little things. So when it's the 16th birthday, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, man.
My little one just served me. It felt so good.
That's amazing.
They reach eventually.
Oh man, with a smile, not complaining.
Yeah.
Not here it is. Like my wife. Here.
No. They feel good about being helpful.
Yeah.
And it doesn't last long.
Yeah, not my friend, not Philip, my friend.
I almost felt like asking for another one to make her feel happy.
Yeah, they want to do it. They go
He
through
doesn't
that
only
age.
not get me stuff for me. He tells me to get stuff for him.
Oh.
You get it, but I don't. Or you want it? Yeah, but you get it. But I don't need
And then when
it. No, but you get it. He insists.
He knows, man. He knows.
Insists.
No,
That's a natural born leader.
He's a fucking, and then what does he do? He makes somebody else get it, but who shall remain nameless.
No,
It's a bit like your daughter's strategy. They know where to go for the yes.
Yeah. No, we're going into that now. We're going into that phase now with the little one where she wants to do things, and it's like if you tell her, okay, go get that glass of water, she's like, okay, she's gonna run. You got to take advantage of it, man.
Of course.
No?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when Philip gets there.
Nothing wrong with it.
Did the first one? Did Alex? Did Alex?
Alex still loves participating. When the first he runs.
Yeah.
I want to help. The other guy's like, F you, you move your shit. I'm doing my own thing. F you, F you twice.
The wanting to serve ends at 11.
Oh yeah, that much. Okay.
Well, no, hold on. The stopping to pretend to want to serve stops at 11 because they pretend. So just because they like people saying, "Oh, tika lope like after," so they pretend.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, it's pretending. They don't really want to do it. They're trying to maintain their reputation. It's true. this changes everything on birthdays and Christmases, man. Those envelopes get fatter or thicker or thinner, man.
When did your kids start riding two wheels on the bike?
5 years old.
My kids? Oh, young.
Yeah.
Maria does it now at 4.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, they both learned right in kindergarten, basically.
Yeah, we're trying. I think we're late with Emma, but at the same time, and my wife maybe was right because we had bought her a bigger bike with the training wheels, and maybe it was too heavy. The other day, she tried the first bike we had, which was smaller, and apparently she did much better.
Yeah, you got to do this quick. Quick.
Just do it.
It's no fear.
Do it 3 times in a week for about 45 minutes to an hour. The 4th time, she's gonna be doing it on her own.
Yeah.
Just run with her. Let go without her knowing.
Yeah.
After you see that she could do without you holding it a couple times, you would let her know that she's been doing it on her own, so she could be more confident. She'll take a few spills, whatever.
Maybe the bike was too big. Maybe it was too heavy. I don't know. Because my wife did it the other day with a smaller bike, and she says that it went better. So.
Do you have the training? Do you have the training wheels on?
Oh, we took them out.
Bring her here. I'll teach you.
We took out the training wheels. What I have now, we bought like this. It's like this handle that you attach on the wheel, and like you can kind of hold it from the back. So it's like you can kind of hold it so it doesn't fall off, but then you can also let it go. So there's no wheels. So you're just holding it.
It's a bar.
George has.
Is it a bar?
Yeah, it's like 2 bars that you screw on next to the wheels, next to the.
And it comes up for you, and it comes up and you have it like a handle.
Yeah, and it comes all the way up, and you can hold it. So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, and then just to balance, and then you can let it go if you want.
2, 3 times. The 4th time she'll be doing it on her own. I'm positive.
It's just fear, man. It's just fear. Everyone can ride a bike.
What did you want to say?
No, I'm just saying, like, once you remove the fear, you can ride a bike.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. You know what I mean? It's balance. Your body knows how to balance itself.
You figure it out.
It's just fear.
You know what's funny? Because I think she got used to the training wheels, and I think maybe one of them was crooked, so she was kind of riding on the side.
Well, one is always crooked. One's off balance always because it's for the turns.
The whole point is for you to eventually get the balance.
That's right. Yeah.
But she wasn't getting it. She was just leaning on the wheel, and so now with no training wheel, like we're holding her, and she's fucking crooked. I'm like, get straight.
She'll get there. But
she'll get scoliosis.
That's the idea, man. The training wheels are very temporary. It's you know what? If you ride your training wheels for 2 years, they're never learning how to ride a bike.
Training wheels is more to prepare the leg strength, I think.
Yeah.
I know people who use the balance bike with no pedal system.
Yeah, that's the best ones, man.
Oh, the wooden ones there.
But I mean, no, they're not wooden.
They're not wooden.
It's a bicycle frame, but there's no pedal system. It's just 2 wheels. And you learn to let it roll with your feet off the ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't learn any faster. They learned around the same time as my kids who used the training wheels until I thought it was red. They were red.
Right.
Yeah. Every kid is different though, too, man.
There's that too.
Like us, for us, it was like, look, you're learning now. Period. Done.
Yeah, I mean, I took them off.
This is what we're doing today. Okay, you got it. All right, good. Don't be afraid. And done. And then 2, 3, 4. By the 5th day, it's like it's done, man.
I just said that. Do you want those kids that come over, Sam, that will come around sometimes to see you on that little baby bike still? Really? You really wanted to see on this bike? Like, I want the big bike. Move.
George went old school on them.
I touched. I know him. He's very proud, big, huge ego. You have to go touch what works. I know what works on this guy.
Yeah. Don't be a wimp.
No, I didn't say that. I'm like, do you want to see that other kid who's your age, who already does it, to see you using this bike? Do you really want that? And that's it. There was no turning back.
No, but he's right, man. Sometimes, like, we're driving around and you see like minuscule little kids on 2 wheels. My wife is like, look at that. She can't be more than 3, 4 years old. I'm like, I know. I don't know.
Maria gets off her seat.
Yeah.
Jerry Park and the whole thing, like for 2 hours.
Where does she practice, George? On your street or in the park?
Yeah, and on the street. Like, there's no cars. I mean, we have the bike path too. And this is actually another thing that I was thinking about when I compare how we learned, where we learned. On the sidewalk, it's like 4 feet wide. Make sure you don't touch the car next to you, and make sure you don't run into the fence.
Guys, the way I learned, I was just thrown.
And don't forget about the people that leave their garbage in the street because it's being picked up that day.
Make sure you.
My dad just threw me. He's like, here, go.
No, but
I taught myself at 3. You know what I did to start? This was where at 3 years old. This is where I was, because nobody was showing me. I tied myself to the bike, thinking it'll prevent me from falling off. I took a rope and I tied myself to the bike, and I couldn't get up. I was on the ground and I couldn't get out.
He tied his feet on the pedals.
I figured it out eventually on my own.
Yeah. I can't even remember how many cars I must have scratched or fell on.
Fuck, man. Yeah, back then. How many
and now you have all the space in the world, man. It's like, I don't want to. Get the little parquet sidewalk. Fucking cracked, uneven, unbalanced.
Yeah, but our life at home was boring, man. We wanted to get the fuck out. They like their life at home.
There's we were out all the time.
Yeah, we were all the time.
That's the other thing, man. I mean, my daughter, we do it maybe once, twice a week max, something like that. You know what I mean? Whereas in our case, it was like every single day we had to be out, you know?
Well, yeah, look, this weekend, the kids are out every day, though. Every day. Even now, they're out. They're going to come back in like at 7:30, maybe 8.
How's the lane now, Chris? Do they clean them up, or is it exactly like it used to be?
No, they don't. People clean them. Actually, you know what they did? The kids cleaned them. 2 weeks ago, they all got together. And they were
on their own.
Yeah, on their own. And they got together. They started collecting money from neighbor to neighbor. Some people giving them money, so they raised about I think $100. They cleaned the whole lane, our section, and then they used the money. Then they're gonna buy pizzas and whatever. We're gonna have a little party.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, if the neighbors don't clean the lanes, and I believe that, you know what? Yeah, you can blame the city. You can say, you know what, the lanes are dirty, but you know what, you're hosing, you're watering your plants. Clean your section of the lane, and it's always going to be clean.
Right.
So George, let me ask you: has Emma like smashed her face trying to learn how to ride?
At some point, like when I was trying with her.
Did you smash your face trying to teach her?
No. But I didn't let her fall, but I kind of wanted her to kind of lose her balance. I was there. I kind of held her just so she could know that it's okay. You know, this is normal. This is, you know, it's going to happen and it's fine. And you try to not be like, oh, no, are you okay? Kind of thing, right? I was like, oh, yay. Okay, let's go. Let's get back up, you know?
Yeah, look, those steps are all fine, but they come naturally. Just teach her to pedal faster. That's how you get it. Pedal faster, and you can find your balance like that. Pedal faster, and she'll be able to.
I think it's going to happen now that we put her back on the smaller bike. I think it's just a matter of time. But the big one, maybe it was the bike. I don't know. She just couldn't. It was just, first of all, she was crooked. Like she was going like this on the bike. There's no way you're going to ride the bike like that, you know? Ugh, man. Yeah, there's all these things that, like, I don't remember, you know, learning how to ride to, like, it's not even, like, it's such a distant memory. I don't remember how it happened.
I just
don't
remember tying myself to the bike.
I remember. I was up on a farm. Like our neighbors had a farm. Yeah, and our neighbors. I don't know if you remember the Colovos family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they had. I don't remember what the place was. Saint Signas, I think.
Okay.
And we would go, and that's where I learned. And it was on a bike, somebody else's bike with one training wheel.
Yeah.
And I got tossed like whoa, and then I was on that side for 6 days. You know, but that's how I kind of learned. You know, but then you don't remember the whole process, man.
Like I can't remember.
I remember. I definitely remember.
Somebody must have helped me. Like there's there's no way I picked up a bike and did it by myself. So either my dad was there or my uncle, but I don't remember anyone teaching me or being there holding the bike. I don't remember.
Or maybe even Sofa.
I remember riding a bike with training wheels, but I don't think it was mine. It wasn't mine. Fuck, I don't remember.
You know what's sad? The bike that I used to have, my little bike, the one that I learned, not that I learned on, the one that my uncle, when he came from the States, he brought that for me. So I had it for a long time, and I gave it to Gerasimo, and somebody stole it. Yeah. Parkex. And I was like, Gerasimo, this happens here.
I bought my first bike.
This is fine. Like, don't worry. Don't get upset.
I remember I bought my first big bike. It was stolen like I don't remember how many years later. And then I replaced it with a stolen one that got stolen again.
So you stole a bike?
No. I bought one new from the store when I was a kid. When I was like 12.
Yeah, and that was
somebody stole that. Like I remember, like a few years later, and then I bought another one from a thief.
Okay.
And 2 years later, that one was stolen as well.
It's funny. He changed his language. I bought one from a thief.
I bought a stolen bike. It was standard thing.
I'm assuming it was stolen. You didn't tell me.
I don't know, guys, but I don't know. In art, look, I was a part of two lanes. I had the lane on like Curbs and Delepi, but I would hang out also at the lane Bloomfield. Yeah. So there were two lanes. And there was like a lot of people. I remember, guys, there was a lot of kids. Were like maybe 30, 40 kids. Easy. But you know what I remember? I remember there was always a bike that we just didn't know whose it was, but it was always available. It was always there. Like,
and it was spray painted, right?
Would ride it. Jimmy would ride it some days, and we didn't know whose it was, but it was ours. It was in the lane. It was parked in the lane. Yeah.
Was it spray painted?
What?
Was it spray painted?
Yeah. Of course.
For sure, spray painted. That's how you hide it.
Yeah. But it was like, until this day, it's like, that was that bike. It was that bike. And a tricycle. It was like a tricycle.
Was it a BMX with yellow handle?
No, it was green. It was green. It had these spokes. It had these like little balls on the spokes.
Oh, that would fall.
They would drop.
Who wants that? That's why it was available.
And it had these like banana seats. It was an interesting bike, but it was nobody's.
The banana seats.
It was nobody's and everyone's.
Yeah, see, because my cousin's kids out in Bedford, I mean, they're out all the time. I mean, they're never in the house. The little one now, how old is he? He must be 4. He's younger. He went straight from that balance bike, George, that you're talking about, to 2 wheels. No training wheels, nothing.
The balance bike eliminates the need for the 2 wheels, but you don't train your legs too much. That's the way.
I thought you were gonna say he went from that to a motorcycle.
Some kids do, man. On a bike. Some kids who live out in the outskirts do.
Yeah, even in Greece. You go from a bicycle to a papaki.
That's at 8 years old.
You're buying cigarettes and beers for your parents.
You guys remember going to the store and buying cigarettes, right?
When I was 5,
of course.
5 years old.
Not 5.
I was 5. Grevena regular. That's how my father used to tell me it. And that's what I would tell the guy. I would tell the guy, Grevena regular. Like my father would tell me. I would repeat exactly what I heard because I wasn't sure what I was saying.
Father spoke the same thing. Yeah, Grevene.
Yeah, my dad too. My mom spoke Grevene regular.
Yeah. I remember.
Red and white pack.
I don't know. Do you guys remember that little shop next to Village Grec? It was like a closet. You walked in.
Yeah, the magazine place.
Yeah.
I would buy hockey cards over there.
Yeah,
all
with
the
the
time.
blue doors.
Yeah, the blue doors.
Yeah.
Between the church and it was just a little thing.
It was like a hallway thing.
Yeah, I was an Italian guy. He used to live on Bloomfield, and that's where we would always buy our hockey cards. And my father would buy his cigarettes there, and so I would go there. Go get your hockey cards and tell them crevene regular.
I would go buy cigarettes. We'd buy cigarettes. Not as young as you, George, but I'd go buy.
Yeah.
Many times.
It was literally like 100 meters from my back door, my backyard, 70 meters to the store and back.
But Erasimo too, man. I would do the same, not for cigarettes because I didn't smoke, but I would send him. He still goes. Like in the mornings, he goes. Like but
it's just crazy how times have changed, right? Where it was totally normal for that little store owner to sell cigarettes to a 10-year-old.
Well, yeah.
Because it was for the father or the mother.
No, but he knew my family very well too, huh? The guy he knew he was whose son I was.
You know the 10-year-old's not gonna smoke the cigarettes.
Well, hold on.
I know.
Park X.
10.
You hadn't tried a cigarette before you were 10? Before like 10?
No. I think it was 14, 15, something like that.
I hadn't.
Yeah.
I hadn't tried it.
Yeah. George keeps telling us that he grew up in a different Park X than we.
You don't know.
Every single time we talk, you kind of prove a different point there, man. 10 years old for sure. Going to.
I remember the arcades. At 10, I remember the arcades. I remember going to. It was a laundromat. It was a laundromat, and you would go downstairs and they had 2 video games.
It was Video Rialto for me. Video store, video cassette store.
Where Rialto? I used to go
on Jerry Street.
Yeah.
I would go to Galaxy on St. Rock.
And then once a year you go downtown.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I never went downtown.
Did you guys remember taking the coins, smashing the pennies?
To make them the quarters.
To make them quarters? Remember do that?
But we had tried once.
They wouldn't all work. But some of them would work.
Once we tried because we heard that you get a quarter with a hole with a little string and you can pull your quarter back. We tried that, it didn't work.
Oh, we did.
What are you talking about? You
it worked.
You have to go in and out, fish.
You gotta get it works.
Cling,
it works
100%. Cling. I know people who made a living robbing stores with the gambling.
And I remember in college,
they would do that. Go on.
In college, it was the washers.
The washers
for the parking meters.
Oh yeah. That worked. That I remember it worked. With the old meters.
Yeah, the old meters. You would hit it and you would tap it. You just hit it. It would get stuck. You would hit it. It would add 15 minutes.
I remember I sent my dad to Reno Depot. Who gave me some washers? What are you the washers for? Like, I need washers. Don't worry. He's like, you're buying a lot of washers, but you're not buying screws. You're not buying anything else. What are you buying the washers for?
Oh man!
Yeah, no, those work, but the quarter, we never managed to make it work.
You have to use nickels, not pennies.
No, but I just imagine the guy that went to collect the money after.
No. The pennies you had to smash to make it to quarters. But you had to use a quarter. You had to use a quarter and make a hole in the quarter. I also made a hole in the quarter with a string. But
that's what I had.
But you would have to. It wouldn't work every time. You have to get it at a right. You would have to try. It was a trial and error.
I don't know.
You got to go pull up, pull down, pull up, and then when it clogs, okay, you're good. Now you're good. Now you're playing
until it hits the switch.
Yeah.
Us, we tried it, and I guess we basically just launched the quarter in.
Say the truth, George. The guy was coming close, and you got scared, and you just dumped the abandoned ship.
Just imagine the guy comes, pick up the money, opens it.
But I remember going to Galaxy, man. Galaxy on St. Rock. There was people. Remember, you had that little button. So if the cassette was in, you had to take a button. The Velcro button. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of kids. There was a lineup in the back for the arcades.
Yeah.
And then I remember when they brought in the video games. You guys remember that downstairs?
Yes,
Skynet. That's what it was. Yeah.
You used to rent to play the Super Nintendo for an hour.
For like an hour. Yeah.
A couple of bucks. $5 an hour.
You remember that, Sandrizo?
Oh, I didn't go.
Sega
Oh,
Genesis.
We had the satellite video store. I don't know if they probably did rent consoles, but we never.
No, this was a place. This was a place where you go.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, and you pay to play Nintendo.
Yeah. You have
They
a
had
screen.
TVs
You had a
set up
chair.
with,
Oh wow! No, I didn't. No. Satellite store. The satellite. They had 2 video games in the front. As you walked in to the left, I remember one of them was Street Fighter, and I think it was Mortal Kombat. It was fighting games. That I remember.
I have a friend now. He does that for a business. He has like 7, 8. I don't know, like
video games,
PlayStations. He rents or he buys them trailers decorated, and he parks outside of your house, and you have like 5, 6 kids at the birthday party, and they all play. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's making a killing. He loves it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But back to the parking meter. I remember the first time I told my dad, when the parking meters changed and it became digital.
Yeah.
And because he obviously doesn't go downtown. And so he goes to me. Oh, we were together actually. He had a doctor's appointment, and we went. And he goes, "Here, I'll go put the quarter." I'm like, "What quarter? What are you talking about?" He goes, "I'll go pay the parking meter." I go, "It's not there. You got to punch a code." He goes, "What do you mean you have to punch a code?" I go, "It changed, man. Where do you live?" And this is a while back. This is a while ago, and I got this tell off, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, you get ripped off. The old machines, when you go, you could see if there's still money left because there was a needle, right?
Yeah. This one resets. It resets.
He's 100% right. So you go, you take the code where you're parked. You go and you go and you go pay. So my father's like, "What are you talking about? But how do you know if that doesn't have more time left?"
Yeah. It's a scam. It resets. So somebody could have paid $3 and left. And then you come in, and that $3 goes to the city. You got to pay it again. Yeah.
Doesn't he start yelling at me for being like the dumb generation that allows these things to happen? As if there's anything we can do. Like, it's technology. What do you?
He's got a point. He's got a point.
What do you do? Protest City Hall about parking?
No, you're not going to protest it, but he's right in thinking that you're getting scammed and you don't even care about it.
But we knew that right away when they came out. The first time I used it, I realized that too.
Yeah.
Just like your dad.
We did nothing about it, right? He's telling you, 1, you're getting scammed, and 2, you're not doing anything about it. And you're okay with it.
Neither did he.
It was the only thing he was talking about for like the whole day.
He might have lost somebody else's 50 cents. He might have lost it.
Yeah, a lot of guys, like I've actually gone to a parking space, and the guy was kind enough to leave his little paper. Because there's a printout that comes out.
Where does he put it? On the fucking concrete? On the asphalt?
Like in the little pole where you have the number, it's like in the crack, like he.
You left it there for you. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. That's nice. I've handed it off. I've handed it off to people. People have asked me, "Are you leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah, here, take this."
Yeah, that's happened. I've done that too. Yeah.
That's good.
It's a big rip off, man.
You guys are great human beings, man. I'm almost here.
Not great, but pretty good.
No, pretty good human beings. Like, awesome.
The old one. Where did I come across? And this wasn't a long time ago. Like there was a borough. Was it in Westmount? I think it was on Sherbrooke West.
And what happened on Sherbrooke West?
They had the old one still. Like it wasn't the ones where you turn, but it had like a little digital thing. Like you put the quarter, and it told you how much time.
Were you disappointed you didn't have your washers with you? You almost felt like taking something off the car to use one.
Guys, the washers for me was like my Dawson days. The Dawson era. Everyone
like
had
$20 a week, man.
It wasn't like, can I have a quarter? It's like, you have washers. Anybody have washers?
Don't give me quarters.
Don't give me quarters. I don't want to spend your money. Give me washers. Anybody have washers?
No, but again, imagine the guy that opens the thing to get the money. It's just washers.
Well, yeah, they figure it out eventually.
Oh my God!
You made a lot of money off those fuckers. So.
Yeah, man. But I remember that. That was Dawson College. Fucking washers.
You take a car. You take a car downtown.
Yeah.
When you're paying with washers, bro, why not?
Yeah.
Parking's free, bro. Parking's free in downtown. You're not gonna take the car. a penny for a quarter.
3 pennies for a quarter.
He's paying 4% for parking. He's paying 4% the real cost.
Overtime in the basement, banging on pennies.
Oh man.
Oh my God. these are things, unfortunately, that our kids aren't going to live.
They're gonna have their own scams.
They're gonna have their own stuff. Yeah.
But that's scary. Like it's gonna be scams. They're gonna be like online shit.
Digital,
like,
Yeah, digital, of course. It already happened. It's already happened right now.
There's so much you could do right now.
My son has something open here. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what it's called. But it's like a Skype, like a Teams. It's like a chat with you could call, but it's for teenagers, right? And there's like, hey, how are you? Hi, Gerasimo, who are you? Tell me about yourself. So I'm sure there's creeps. So I talked to him about it, right? And it's like, it's part of life. He has to know that there's creeps out there, and he can't just answer to anyone.
Right.
Yeah. They're gonna have their share of their own little scams.
You know what's funny though? It feels like it's weird how that has come full circle, because you guys remember this whole chatting thing started like it was our generation. Remember back in the day it was ICQ and then Messenger or MSN, whatever the hell it was.
MSN, yeah.
And then it just died out, right? Because everyone just had cell phones, so we would just text each other. And it feels as though it's come first.
Teams. Talking about Teams.
I don't know what it is now. The what you're telling me. I mean, I don't know.
No, but I'm saying like a lot of like we use Microsoft Teams, but there's Zooms, so you're constantly engaged and online. So somebody could text you, but you're not really texting them, right? You're using a platform. But I think that's good. That's good. Like for us, at least, like we're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars a year not having to meet somebody.
Right.
It put things in perspectives. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to close a deal. You just say, hey, let's Zoom, or let's Teams. You have 15 minutes, and you still see them like this.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
I still can't get used to this, honestly. I mean,
don't get used to it. Don't worry. Get vaccinated. Yeah. Don't get used to it. Get vaccinated.
No, it's just, it's, I don't know. I still find it strange. I mean, it's practical. I get it. But I don't know. I don't like it, man. I mean, tomorrow morning, someone from the party told me, let's meet up. And I'm like, all right, just send me the link. He goes, oh, actually, if you want, come to the office. We made all the arrangements. We have space. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'll be there in the morning. Yeah. Human to human meeting, finally. You know what I mean? I was so excited.
Yeah. Look, there's certain things that you can't replace. You're never going to replace the human touch. You're never going to replace the belly to belly interaction. But there's certain things that you don't need to meet. Like
there's
honestly,
certain things you really have to meet.
Trust me. Like if you break it down, and analysts have done this, 90% of the meetings are useless. 90% of the people meet
the formalities.
There's just you could easily skip it. You know what? You could even replace it by not even an email. Just think about
it. Drop a text.
No, not even. Just think about not having the meeting, and you'll figure it out. Not having a meeting, you'll figure out why you don't need a meeting. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people meet for no reason, but it's good. No, I get it. I get the human interaction is important. So when are we going back in the studio, George?
When you guys are ready. I mean, look.
No. When it's legal. When it's legal.
But it's legal, no?
Technically, it is legal. I mean, it's work.
Yeah, we're working. We're working. It's work.
If we have the space, we can do it. But I'm guessing, look, man, as soon as we're vaccinated, I mean, I don't think there's there should be any.
Well, two weeks after you're vaccinated, you're immunized.
Okay, good. So Chris is already vaccinated. George is getting it next week. I'm
getting it Tuesday.
Okay, there you go. In a couple of days. I'm booking mine next week, so I'm not sure when there's going to be any availability.
You can book it today. You can book it right now.
I think because Joanna looked into it. I think in Candiac there's no, like, it's almost immediate, like instant. Like here in Brossard, there's like I think a couple weeks.
That's annoying.
Waiting period. So I'm probably going to go to. Probably going to do that in Candiac.
All right.
So,
Yay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We're gonna come back in studio, and hopefully we'll finally manage to move everything to the other room.
Just get Joanna on it, man.
Just get
I understand.
We need her plans. We can't wait for you.
Tell her to get her tape measure and start getting to work, man.
Everything, dude. The plans are there. Remember, like early this year, I
tell her you need her to tell you what to buy.
No, it's because it fell exactly at the beginning of spring, so the other projects kind of took precedent there. It's yeah,
It was a good time.
priority. Suddenly, it's like she forgot we had plans. She's like, no, we need to do this, that. I'm like, okay, just we'll get to do it after. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Tell her we trust her with her taste. Just do it.
But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you guys to come back. I mean, yeah.
Me also. Like,
Chris doesn't want to drive.
I don't want to drive. Yeah, I'm really excited about being in the same room, but I don't know the drive, the back and forth. Yeah.
Well, we used to do it before, man. It's just you can get
We
used
used
to it
to
again.
do it in the winter.
Yeah.
What was it, Tuesdays or Thursdays? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It was
But,
tough. It was tough getting going. It was really tough getting going.
But we can combine it somehow, man. I don't know. Maybe we can do like a recording.
We're gonna do a GoFundMe to get funds for the Columbus to buy a house down in the south.
I don't think
No. Man, look, I'm not saying I can never. I'm not saying I can never be convinced, but for now, the way it is, it's like never. For now, it's never for now.
No, but we can combine it. Like we can combine like a recording, like we could do like on a weekend kind of thing, and we can do the recording, and then you plan with your wives to come afterwards. With
oh, that's fine. I thought you were talking about. I was just replying to George saying to buy a house. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy, man? What the hell is going on, man? How did this happen?
What are we talking about?
Like you're talking about the prices, right, Chris?
No, it's not the prices. I said I wouldn't live in Broussard.
He's not ready to abandon the life he's living.
Yeah, no, you're not ready yet.
Okay. I thought you were referring to
the houses.
The market itself, and we weren't talking about that. I was saying if he moves to the South Shore, it spares him his drive to the studio.
Yeah, and I'm saying I'm not ready to move to the South Shore. Like I'm so not ready to move to the South Shore yet that if you said, Chris, here are the keys.
So you can delete
$500,000 house.
The last 3 minutes
right away, but I'd probably be like, no, man, I'm not gonna.
The last 3 minutes you can delete because it was just a repeat of the previous 3 minutes. If George was listening, we wouldn't have to repeat.
Now for sure though, he has to go back. Now he has to edit it.
Of course.
Oh my god!
You just made it harder for him. So yeah. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Like, I'm happy to. Can we find something in Parjax?
No.
I miss a little bit, man. I miss the city, I have to say.
I was there yesterday, man, and it's like I don't go there every day. I don't go into the city, but
I miss not having to drive 30 kilometers for fucking certain cheeses that are staples in my house.
I'm gonna keep it. Look, man, I'm not ready to give that up. I'm not ready to give that up.
I want Kalamata olives that are not the size of a fucking blueberry.
like was it 2 weeks ago?
They have to be like this.
I came to see you guys, right? Both. I stayed a little bit at your house, George, and I stayed a little bit at the other George's house.
Just in front.
I loved it. We're just outside. Yeah, the whole idea in the silence and the calmness got me nervous. I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay. It was. It was like, oof, you know.
I felt that the first couple of months when we moved in here. Actually, no, because when we moved here, it was winter time. It was like a couple of days before. It was like the beginning of December. So I felt that a couple of months later when spring came around, and I'm like, where the fuck is the chaos? Like, where's glass breaking, cars screeching, honking? Like, where is that?
Where are the boxes of my neighbor's garbage sitting on the sidewalk?
Bro, but I want to hear Yorgo. Like I want to hear that.
It comes with a lot more than just Yorgo.
but
there's things we cannot repeat.
No, because you get out in the back, you get out in your backyard on your balcony in the back, and you still hear this shit happening.
Yeah, it's the UN. I sent you a picture, guys, last time, and it's the UN outside. There's soccer matches. There's cleaning. They get creative. Last time they were like cleaning brick, or they were building something. It's like it's like I miss that. I sit on the balcony and there's things going around here, things going around there.
Fences with fucking sections missing you could fit an elephant through.
Yeah.
No, but
if you dare.
I'll give an example. We're sitting on the balcony, right? And we're just eating, and it's like, somebody was passed. Hey, how are you? Another neighbor passed by. Hey, I'm going to my garden. How are you? Another kid, and a mom, somebody walking their dog.
It's great.
If it's too quiet for me, it's like I get nervous. I'm not saying I won't enjoy it.
You have to try.
No, but it's gonna happen here too. You eventually, you're gonna see your neighbors. You're gonna say hi and stuff, but it's different.
Yeah,
It's
once a week. It's once a week.
You might say 4 highs in a month. 4 hi.
Yeah.
But I wake up if I'm not working and there's nobody home at 8 o'clock in the morning. I could smash my drums and not anybody ever smashing my window.
Like, look what happened. There was our neighbor just gave somebody horta. The other person repaid them by giving them souvlaki. And our neighbor brought us these mushrooms. Like this Moroccan neighbor we have, she brought us mushrooms.
Yeah.
And we just give little chocolates to her. It's like, you know what I mean? There's that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
it's
that.
wonderful.
It's one of the good things. It's not all good. There's a lot of bad. But that's one of the good things, where there's, everyone kind of blends in here. And
I can buy my own fucking groceries.
Oh, man. No, but in the winter, in the summer, like around the end of summer, in like end of August, when everyone has their own tomatoes, and it's like, look at my tomato. Look at my tomato.
Yeah. That was my dad's life.
Like I'm trying to find something to show you the cucumber that my father-in-law brought me last year. It was like an anchor. It was like this. But he was proud. He's like, you don't get this anywhere else.
Yeah. The best are those fucking tomatoes that look like 2 tomatoes stuck together. And there's like a little penis sticking out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Have like a germ sticking out.
Yeah. No, but don't you think it's the strangest thing how, for example, your dad is gonna fill up a bag of tomatoes and bring to his neighbor who also has tomatoes?
Yeah, they switch.
Yeah,
it's like, here,
you try mine.
You try mine, and then next year you give me Sporo from yours.
Sporo.
My dad would give me a bag because I was going to my friend's house, so I could give it to his father. They were friends for 2 months in 1976, but in 1989 I still have to give them tomatoes for approval. They hadn't seen each other in 22 years, but I still have to give them tomatoes.
Yeah, of course.
It's the means that they use to say that they're in touch.
He rated my tomatoes and I rated his.
That's so funny. Yeah, my aunt used to come all. She was down here in Brossard, and she had a garden, cucumbers, peppers.
Yeah, everything, man, everything.
Come to Park X would bring. We never had. Now I think my uncle in Park X does. He has a bunch.
You guys didn't do a garden growing up?
No. We didn't.
Man, ours was massive.
Yeah,
I think we were massive.
I think we're the only Greek family without a garden.
Bro, if I tell you how many vegetables we used to do in our yard, man, it was ridiculous. Obvious ones.
My dad.
Go on.
Sorry, George. Sorry.
But eggplants and zucchinis and onions and lettuce, green onions, like this on top of all the regular stuff, the beans, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the horta. Keep going. There's so many more.
Wow, man.
Certain kinds of peppers, long green peppers, they're really delicious.
What are we today? What's the date?
Sunday.
The date. The 16th. Okay. So from May 13th, okay? May 13th, that's when he went and got his soil. Till like September, all conversations are going to be around gardening, seeds,
conversations and activity,
watering. It's all about the garden. There's no other conversation. Nothing else.
Does he wake up to water like at 10 p.m.?
He wakes up. He talks to them. He'll do what he's got to do. That's all he cares about for now. Like that's it. From May 13th to September 1st, it's just garden. And when my father-in-law comes over, that's all they talk about. It's the same conversation.
and when they leave each other's company, they talk shit about each other. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I tell him everything I know. He doesn't listen. Doesn't listen to anything I tell him. Look at the results. He can't compare. Why doesn't he listen to me?
Yeah. Tomatoes. Honestly, has it ever happened that someone has brought your dad cucumbers or tomatoes, and your dad has said, "Oh yeah, these are better than mine"?
No.
Oof, that's hard.
Yeah, never, because his are the best.
You know what my
but it
dad's-
doesn't mean they're not better. It's just Ezekiel will take it.
You know what my dad's tactic was? To just give 3 times the volume, because I make so much more than. Look how many I make. I give up way so much. I obviously win.
Have bigger volume. mine are better.
No, his tomatoes are great.
That's what they talk about, man.
Great.
Yeah.
But George, you don't feel like doing that, reproducing that kind of stuff at home?
I don't feel like cutting my grass. What are you talking about? I want to do that. I do feel the urge. It's a big commitment, man. It needs every day until it's done, and you have to do it every single day. There's no point in doing it if you're gonna let it fail. I don't want to do it, and it's a fucking disaster.
Make the same thing with the reason I don't buy a dog. Like dogs don't deserve me, right? Because I'd be a bad pet owner, and they deserve better. Same thing with the plants in the garden. I'd be the worst garden owner.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I wouldn't be able to do it every day. I wouldn't be able to commit.
Man, it was so much labor, man. I remember my dad.
Alcohol? What about alcohol? I mean, there's less effort to make wine. Did you?
I'm like, where is he going with this?
Bro, we have stores, bro. I saw my neighbor doing his brakes in his driveway. I'm like, fuck, man. You're doing your brakes. Man, I don't know if you know, there's people that you pay for this. He's down the street.
No, but if it's a passion, it's a passion, man, you know?
But I mean, it's minus 30 and you needed brakes.
No, but I'm saying a lot of people know how to do it. So they do it.
Yeah, like making wine. Like I always thought.
I'm exaggerating, obviously. I'm kidding. I know it's a passion, and I've had great homemade wine.
Yeah.
Did your parents make wine? Did you guys make wine?
No, he used to go to a guy he used to buy all his wine from a guy who made it at home.
The guy that made it, yeah.
Mine, yeah. So, but at least, look, I'm not going to say every year, but consistently for a good 10 years every year.
Does he still do it or not?
This year they're thinking of doing it, but they always do it with my father-in-law, right? They go buy this. They pick their stuff. Yeah. But yeah, this year they're probably going to do it. Yeah.
My father hasn't done wine. I think my brother did last year or 2 years ago. But my dad is.
But you gotta be willing to learn and try different things, and you know.
Yeah.
Even that, I like it when I drink it, but I wouldn't be able to commit to the process.
Yeah, but it's less effort than to keep a garden, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
actually, you know what we're doing this year?
Yeah.
We're sausage. So I'll bring you guys. We're making sausage. We're making 3 pounds, like pounds of it.
You're buying a whole pig.
Good pounds.
What are you putting? What are you gonna put?
Pounds, eh?
What are you doing it pork? Or are you doing beef? Or what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna do 3 kinds.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do like pork with beef. Then we're gonna do one with maybe beef and lamb, and then we're
sausage.
Thinking, like merguez. Oof.
Your dad's gonna go crazy, man. Your dad's he's gonna go all over that stuff. He's gonna get creative.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do a bird sausage, like some turkey and maybe chicken or something.
I can't remember who had brought us. This is a while ago, and they were mesmerized. I think it was my uncle. He was like, "Yeah, I think he puts orange in it. He puts orange. He must put orange."
Oh, Greeks put orange all the time.
Yeah.
But man, it's like that excites me because you know what, you get together. You find the recipes, you brainstorm a bit, you get the machine, you go find the intestine or the whatever. It's like a little edible plastic, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you sit down, you make them, you smoke them, and then you have them all year. You know what I mean? So it's that I do.
Yeah.
But the gardening, man, I don't know, man. It's 6 months. It's too many months.
I feel like it's gonna start from sausages and it'll progress. Like in a couple months, Chris is gonna be like, "Yeah, guys, we're smoking meat now."
You know what? No, don't laugh. That's the next project. We want to get a smoker.
My father's making a room.
Like a big one. Yeah.
They're hanging from the ceiling.
We're actually thinking how to build it, man. Yeah. We actually,
you can buy a nice briskets. You can buy a nice one for like $1,500.
Not with my dad, man.
Yeah.
With my dad, it's like he has to build.
To buy an what did you call it?
A smoker. No?
A smoker.
I said a nice one. That's what I said.
You could buy a nice.
one.
Yeah, you could buy it. It's true.
For $1,500.
Yeah. No, but the room needs to be of a certain temperature, and like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. But we wouldn't buy it. That's, like, first of all, I would make it with my dad because it's me spending time with him, right?
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
It's just to get a little a little time together. But it's funny you mentioned it because as we're finalizing the sausages, it's like, okay,
exactly. You know exactly.
You know
where it's going. You know it's exactly where it's going.
That's the next step. It's like, man, if we had this, we could have smoked our sausages, right?
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's end it over there. Looking forward to having those sausages.
Fuck, I promise you guys now. Fuck.
You better not disappoint. That's what I'm saying.
You committed.
You're making volumes. I want volumes.
It's over. So looking forward to that, and the pool's ready, guys. So honestly, this summer I told my wife, I'm like, this year we're receiving people. If we're still under whatever rules or confinement, we're gonna do it in batches. You know, like, okay, one family, we're 8, we're allowed. There's a lot of room. Next, like, we need to see people this summer. So I'm actually looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun summer.
Me so.
All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, head on over to our website. Check out what we're doing over there. Follow us on all the social media platforms, audio platforms. Help us grow that YouTube channel, people. Go on to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Thank you once again for tuning in, and we will see you all in the next episode. Ciao.